And then you have Calen Harendotes. The return of Lorian, insane. Like the having him be on someone else's side, running into Hadrian, especially if you had read Dregs beforehand. And so and I won't spoil that story in case you want to read these in a different order, but the story that takes place in Dregs and getting some of that information about Lorian and seeing where his mind was at leading up to him returning as part of the Lataran army and looking up to Calen, comparing Calen to Hadrian, and then is just put so much, like, I mean, that character who is one of the fan favorites, right? Lorian's an incredible character. To have him become even better is awesome, right? Like the side character growth is nuts for Lorian. It's crazy. And then Calen Harendotes, the twist there, I missed anything that was pointing towards him being Karn Sagara before it was told to me. Well, leading up to when you were told, like when you're on Latara, it kind of, you kind of start realizing what's going on. But until that point, I had no idea. That was played very well. It was kept, kind of on the outskirts of the things that we were learning about in previous books because his name has been mentioned. And everything there is seeing the dichotomy between both Karns and the duality of how the event of Karn killing Karn and how, depending on who you were in that moment, affected the way that you progressed from there was so interesting to see because it's the same character. So if you were the one holding the gun, or however, you were attempting to kill the other, you kind of continued on in the same way, with the way that you've been doing for 15,000 years. But if you were the one that was killed, betrayed by yourself, and if you can't trust yourself, you can't really trust anybody. And the way that kind of breaks down the Karn character, and he becomes someone somewhat different, right? He's not entirely different, but different enough to stand apart from original Karn. And seeing that all come to play within this book, like, I can't believe this book is as small as it is with the amount that happens in it. The characters introduced, the characterizations that change or grow, and everything else going on. And I haven't even talked about the overarching lore information that we learn. Or I feel like if I really sat down and made, like, it's hard to make maybe an appropriately sized video to talk about this book. There's so much going on.